What's up, everybody? Here we are in Daytona Beach, Florida for Community Effort Orlando, otherwise known as CEO Gaming. It's going to be a super packed weekend. Right now I am catching up with Brad, Muse, and Casa Bunch to go over their thoughts on this weekend's Street Fighter V pools and the waves that go along with them. So just like these waves, we're going to be hopping right over into that. Here we are, everybody. I do have Brad, Muse, and Casa Bunch with me here in not so sunny at the moment Daytona Beach, but we are going to be bringing you all of the action from Wave B pools for Street Fighter V. Now, you guys seem to think there might be a bit of an imbalance in the force with this pool.
Yeah. I don't know who seeded this nonsense. I don't know who seeded this, but this tournament sucks.
Damn, okay, we're shooting like that. So, we looked through the Wave B pools, and I know we had a lot to say about some of the Wave A action. Wave B, at least two of these pools, maybe three, are we feel like pretty clear cut.
This shit's free. All right, so look,
just speak your truth.
Yeah. The obvious favorites in this wave, we got the two young guns. We got the powerhouses of the world of NA, Idom and Punk. You know where they're gonna finish. Like, we don't even have to talk about that.
That's Wave B3 and B4 respectively.
But let's start with Idom. So Idom, of course, is expected to go all the way through winners, but he does have his lower brethren in the pool with him, and OG Yan. Shout outs to the carryout clash.
Yeah.
Proud of that man for that. But oh man, like it's just two different levels of Laura. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry, my brother. It's gonna happen to you. Everybody gets hit by the Idom, but hey, you know, you have to try. You have to swing. Second up, Punk. All he really has is the one and only Life of KB and DR Mandrake. We haven't seen Mandrake since, I think, CEO 2021. So, I mean, as long as Punk decides to try, and perhaps he might have to use Karen, because I don't even know if Mandrake is still playing Urien. The Urien nerfs might have scared off Mandrake. He might have tried.
The last Urien is gone?
Nah, there's plenty of Uriens
still
out
plenty
there.
of Uriens.
Yeah, shout out to Burkish. We see you, baby.
Well, so with Punk, right? I know we've seen a lot of Ken representation from Punk too.
Right.
And I don't know, like, with the changes to Karen, is Karen still a comfort pick?
Yes.
Or is Punk, we talked about this a lot on the drive down, where Punk is the type of player where Punk plays the roster, but it's because they're picking and choosing tool sets to complement their game plan.
Yeah.
So how much is Karen the comfort pick versus with the changes that she's experienced with this patch? Is she less comfortable enough now that we should expect to see some of these other characters like Ken represented more frequently?
Well, I mean, the last time I seen KB play, he was still rocking the birdie.
Okay.
Quite honestly, if I had the repertoire that Punk has, I'm not picking Karen into that match. I'm probably going with Claw, or I'm going with Ken, just to give me some type of range in the neutral, to just put a little fear into KB's heart, because historically Karen versus Birdie has not been great.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like somebody with like Mandrake, Karen versus Urien all day. Like I don't care. Like
you're a Karen player yourself.
Yeah, I'm going in. Like as much as I've mauled about Urien over the years, he's not the same Urien that we fought last year.
And then I know in B2, we got Brian F, CLG's own Brian F, King content creator. Another easy favorite to come out of that pool. And at first glance on that pool, the next name on my lips was Lud Things.
Pour one out. So, yeah. We all know that Brian, regardless of Lud's attendance, was going to make it through.
Sure.
He's just on another level compared to the other players that we plucked from this bracket. I have the unfortunate news of, when I pulled up Twitter, I think yesterday, Lud seemed to have canceled his flight to CEO, and I sent him a sad face, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm just not feeling it." So hey, you know what? I respect that. Instead of coming out here trying to fake the funk, It's
Yeah.
all good.
But so that then leads to the other two names that we thought of.
Yep.
I saw Shin Akuma level 2. I do a lot of online commentary.
Absolutely.
I see some Shin Akuma
Absolutely.
level 2 up on these online brackets. I'm always happy to see that name, and I tend to have expectations for them. But, and if I recall the bracket correctly, their first match is against MJ, which was the next name on your list.
Yeah, I was like, because you were already like, oh, he's ready to go. If there's no Lud, then Shin Akuma's right through.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Pause.
Yo, like I said, I didn't see this bracket. No, I'm just messing with you. I helped see it a little bit. However, sometimes you know, some players fall where they shouldn't, and the unfortunate case is Shin Akuma and MJ. That's gonna be a round one brawl. I haven't seen MJ play in a long time, but his claw, from when I remember, was, yo, do not sleep. Do not sleep. If I was the game lead, I'd be throwing that thing right up on stream. No problem.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then with B1 is
Yo,
Pokey.
B1's crazy.
Pokey, just Pokey, and B1, Falk Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Also in that pool, not top seed in that pool, Justin Wong, who tends to be
Who
something
hasn't
of a
been traveling.
yeah, tends to be something of a question mark.
Yep.
But has tweeted out on sort of the flip side of the Lud Think situation, tweeted out about preparing and leaving to get on their flight.
Yeah, but is this guy coming, bro?
I hope so, because we started theory crafting in the hotel room
Right.
about who then takes that third spot. If it's Pokey and Justin out, regardless of who comes out in winners or losers, on Justin's side of the bracket, the other two names, if I recall correctly, no, it was Peter C was on Justin's side of the bracket.
Right.
It was one of your sleeper picks.
Yes. Yes.
And your question mark was how they did against Book.
Yes. So Book entered Street Fighter V at CEO 2021. My head, giant question mark. I was like, you are a Tekken player, sir. You historically do not ring as a Street Fighter player in my head. And he did pretty well, if I can recall, but like, that may not be enough. Like Peter C, once again, one of the SoFlo players that I'm a little bit familiar with. He's a very strong, neutral-heavy player rather. He can definitely slow the pace of the match if needed. Not a lot of people know him, so that's very dangerous for some players. Like, just
Especially these days.
especially these days where everybody's like kind of playing and then just signing up and then seeing how far they can get, and then you run into a player like Peter C and you're like, hold on, whoa, this guy is trying to lame me out and then blowing me up for 300 damage. So and he plays the perfect character for that. He's playing Karen now. He used to play Laura, so like,
Oh.
he's ready to rock. The other sleeper that I have in that pool on the Pokey side of things is Arlieth. Arlieth, if he comes, man, like I've been waiting to see this guy because he's got all the tech on Twitter. He's got Claw Tech, he's got Makoto Tech and Third Strike. He's that guy. But I need to see him actually performing in these pools, man. Like I'm tired of seeding this fool and he don't come. So like, hey Arlieth, if you watch this video, this is the last time you getting seeded for me, brother.
Bold words. But I mean, that's pretty heavy-handed in the B wave. That's a
B1
lot.
is very top heavy.
Yeah.
It could go any way. And then if Peter C winds up going far and then falling to a Justin Wong, I believe he does run into Arlieth, where he will be tested if Arlieth loses to Pokey.
And that was the other thing that we talked about was, you know, Pokey is a player that we tend to hold in some high esteem, but Pokey can be a little bit hot and cold.
He is arguably the most hot and cold player I have seen in my fighting game career. He shows up to CEO 2021 and gets ninth place.
Okay.
Amazing. He goes to Frosty Faustings and gets second place, only losing to Punk twice. He went to Winterside Grand Finals. I lost to Punk twice. That is no small feat.
No.
That is a difficult tournament. He plays me in the online local and gets 4-0'd.
Hey man, it happens. That's
I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I am trash. But
It's a metric.
It's a metric, and I've seen it happen to him before. The same way that he's so stellar offline. I don't know if it's an online thing. I'm thinking it's an online thing.
Maybe.
I'm thinking maybe like his kids are like putting crayons in his ears while he's playing or something.
Damn.
I don't know. Like there's no way that you're this incredible offline and then you're just this bad online. I don't know.
of all the things that could be happening during your online match, it's the crayons in the ears.
It's the crayons in the ears. It's the wife,
Be nice.
excuse me, it's the partner. You know, letting him know that it's time for bed. Hey, listen, I'm going to bed. I'm throwing the match. 4 rounds, yo, you can have it, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I don't blame you, Pokey.
But yeah, so I mean that's kind of crazy in and of itself. But like, any final words on the B Wave, guys?
Yo, good luck, B1.
Yeah.
It's a bloodbath. Either way, high expectations for Pokey, Justin Wong, and the other folks that we named.
All right, so that is going to be Friday again on Tampa Never Sleeps Twitch channel. That is going to be twitch.tv/Tampa Never Sleeps. Be sure to check that out. That's probably going to be around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. So beware of that, and we'll see you guys in the next video.